Ambika, what is the answer, ma'am? Did you try it?
Yes, ma'am.
I think except the limits, you don't have any change, right? So can you tell me the answer?
Half into 1 minus e power minus 4 into e power minus t.
Okay, this was the answer you got, right? After integrating.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So in the first problem, I got only one answer y of t. Here in the second problem, I am getting two different answers for y of t. The reason I have told, if both the signals are infinite, then I will get only one output y of t. If one is finite, one is infinite, I have to follow the steps which we have discussed in this problem. The same steps we have to follow. So I have to summarize my output. You know how to summarize it. So y of t is equal to 0. That 0 condition you should not leave because we will see where what values of t we are getting output. So 0. So t is less than 0, my output is 0. Then when t is between 0 and 2, I'm getting this output. When t is greater than 2, I'm getting this output. Okay. So suppose if you forget to solve this 0 to 2 integration limits, if you forget this last one, then they terribly reduce the marks. Okay. So now after completing the equation, we should plot the graph. You know how to plot the graph. Okay. So when t is less than 0, t is less than 0, I do not have anything, so no problem. So before 0, I no need to worry about it. I have to worry only from t greater than or equal to 0, I have to use this expression. This is the expression for t greater than or equal to 0. So I will substitute the initial value of t as 0 here, 0. So when I just see glance it, 1 minus 1, 0. So I am at 0 also, my amplitude is 0. Later on, I will substitute t value as 1. Can anybody try and get me the answer for 1? You have to use this formula which I am highlighting here. T, when t is 1, what is the amplitude you get? Yes, getting it or not?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, for that condition when t is greater than 2, ma'am, shouldn't we take the
Evaluate the following convolution integral. So y of t is equal to u of t plus 1 and my convolution with u of t minus 2. So with this problem, I will stop today's class. We have another class now. So in this question, they have not given x of t separately, h of t separately. So we ourselves should take the first term as x, second term as h. But always, if they do not give separately x and h in the question, we try to take x1 and x2. So if you take instead of x2, h also doesn't matter. Okay. So the given question you can assign to x1 and x2 respectively. And you know how to plot x1 and how to plot x2 as per the expression. So it is u of t plus 1. T plus 1 means you know where the graph should start. You know u of t means how to represent u of t. So u of t you are doing modification for u of t plus 1. So it is plus 1. So it is starting from minus 1 here. And next one is 2 u of t minus 2. Minus 2 so it is starting from plus 2. So these things are very easy. So after drawing the graph, before we go for tau substitution, you should write the integration formula without fail. Because using this integration only, we are solving the problem. Okay? So this integration formula we have to write. So after integration formula, for the first signal, we write with tau, and second signal, we write with t minus tau. You know how t minus tau has to be written. So because the second signal was like this, So t minus tau means we know from where the graph should start and where it has to end, like this. Okay, so it is just a mirror image reflection. So now, since the graph is not starting at origin for the second one, I have to locate the tau value exactly here. If you see the very first problem, I was stressing this point. See, the graph is starting at origin, so tau is equal to t, I said. But here the graph is not starting at origin, it is starting at -2. So this location is important. Tau is equal to t minus 2. It is starting from -2, so it is t minus 2. Okay. See, whatever number is there in the x-axis, the same number you should write. You should not think about minus plus concepts. Whatever is there, that you have to write. So once it is done, can anybody just guess what values I will get the output 0? See now, instead of taking t less than 0, I should take t minus 2 is my reference now. T minus 2 is my reference. So I should now talk with t minus 2. If t minus 2 is less than 1, minus 1, can you just check, compare the diagram? The first step is directly we do the multiplication. When we do the direct multiplication, so can I say when t minus 2 less than minus 1, less than minus 1, will I get any output? See, this is your minus 1. This is your minus 1. See, here I do not have any signal. So less than minus 1, will I get any output?
No, ma'am.
No. So this is the clue here. When t minus 2 is less than minus 1, I won't get the output. Since it is t minus 2 less than 1, less than minus 1, I can take this minus 2 towards that side. I can move it. So that option we have, because always at the end we should write only with t condition. I should not write with t with some number condition. So t will be equal to, now t will be less than minus 2. If it comes this side, it becomes plus 2. So it is t less than 1. When t is less than 1, I won't get the output. But directly don't try to see t concept. You should see t minus 2 concept because it is very much visible in the diagram. This is the step we have to follow for all the problems. Suppose if the graph is not starting at origin. If it is starting at the origin, then there is no issue. Okay. So now opposite condition. Opposite condition, you know, when t minus 2 is greater than or equal to minus 1, definitely I will get the output. And here again, I'm just telling you, reminding you, both are infinite. If both are infinite, then I will be finding only one output y of t with the integration 0 to t. But in this problem, it is not 0 to t, it is 0 to t minus 2. Okay, because the origins are now different. That's it. Other than this, I do not do any other integration like previous problem. The previous problem, why we faced this, the graph 1 was finite. It has the range. So because of that, we did two calculations for output y of t. So I hope you understood this. So t minus 2, when it is greater than or equal to minus 1, I will get the output. Later on, I should not write with t minus 2 condition. I should write with only t condition. So this minus 2 comes towards that side. So it is plus 1. So when t is greater than or equal to 1, I will get the output. So when we do the integration, and one more thing, since the graph is, the condition is with respect to minus 1, my lower limit should be minus 1. Whereas in the earlier problems, if you see, I had written t greater than 0. I had written t less than 0. So along with the t, along with this, what was there at the right hand side, that value we took it as the lowermost limit. But here, along with this condition, the rightmost number is minus 1. So that should be the lower limit. So I hope there is no confusion in this. Okay. Since the graphs are not starting at origin, we have to do all these things. So from minus 1 to, then this condition, t minus 2, and the amplitudes are 1 and 1 only for both the signals. x1 of t is also 1, x2 of t is also 1, because both are in unit step form. So it is just integration of d tau is tau. We are going to just substitute the limits. So when you substitute the limit, your answer is t minus 1. Is it fine? Everyone is getting this. It is very simple integration, but only substituting upper limit, lower limit, you should analyze it. That's it. Is it done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now I told you people t minus 1 with t greater than or equal to 1 condition. Instead of that, instead of writing the condition, we can write in unit step. So the condition says when t is greater than or equal to plus 1, I will get the output. So how to write that plus 1 in terms of unit step? If you write u of t minus 1, this minus 1 indicates my graph starts at plus 1. So unit step signal starts at plus 1. Okay, so I will eliminate the condition t greater than or equal to 1 with u of t minus 1. You understood why it is u of t minus 1. Okay, so your answer is t minus 1. So t minus 1 multiplied with u of t minus 1. So as we know, the graph should start only from 1. So I am starting from 1. So when t is 1 here, if I substitute here, 1 minus 1 is 0. So I am getting 0. When t is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. So when t is 2, my amplitude is 1. Similarly, when t is 3, my amplitude is 2. So I hope you are getting this. Okay, so this is like a ramp. If you get t minus 1, t plus 1, t plus 3, something like that, it is a ramp signal. You know what is ramp? So with this, we'll stop today's class. So still we have 4 more problems in this.